man behind the wheel of a Supra. Mate, I'd never think this would happen. We're about to give us some, alright? Oh, it bloody goes! Oh, mate, this is so smooth! Alright guys, the legend says if you don't subscribe to the channel you will get possessed tonight and you will be forced to buy a Badge Group car. So please to avoid that, go down below, subscribe to the channel, help us out on our way to over 1,000 subscribers, so that'd be greatly appreciated. Whilst you're at it, head over to our Instagram at redefine.automotive, give us a follow, drop me a message, etc. Talk about cars, anything like that. But enough of me waffling, roll the intro. What is up, Petrolheads? How are you all doing? Welcome to today's video, alright? I'm glad you're joining us once again, and happy Halloween as well. Hope you enjoyed our little Halloween sort of intro of, yeah, it was fun making it, alright? Alright guys, so, as you can see today, alright, it was absolutely beautiful, yellow Supra, running around 400 odd horsepower, and I'm bloody excited for it. This is my first-hand experience with a Supra, never been inside or anywhere near around Supra, so it's going to be an exciting one. This Supra does belong to my friend Chris. Here's his Instagram. Go drop him a follow if you want to see more of the Supra and more of the other Supras. He's an absolute legend. Drop him a message saying thanks for bringing the Supra out. And that's enough waffling. Let's head into it. Alright guys, we're inside a Supra. How are you doing, mate? Alright?
Cheers.
We're doing an elbow thing, alright? Social distancing as always, to the guidelines. But anyway, enough of me waffling. We're inside a Supra, so let's talk about the interesting stuff everyone wants to know. I want to know. Engine. Let's start with that. So, what's been done to it?
It's had a full engine swap, so it started its life out as a black auto NA. Yeah. It's had a full engine swap with a GTE twin turbo. Yeah. It's got BPU upgrade on it. Big discs, big brakes. Yeah. Pretty much that's the engine. At the moment I need to do ECU change, so that will be coming up next, along with some bigger injectors, and I'm aiming for around 500, 600 horsepower. Interesting.
So obviously, in terms of, say, the turbos, are they the standard turbos that come with the...
No, they're not. They've been upgraded to hybrids.
Okay, do you know what they are?
I don't know the brand, no.
Okay, interesting. In terms of the fueling, what do you know roughly what sort of fueling system are we running?
It's stock at the moment. The fuel injectors and all that are all stock, so that needs to be changed. So I'm looking at probably going 550, 600 cc injectors. Yeah. And I'm going to bring that power up to, how you said, 550, 600 horsepower sort of range. At the moment, you're at 400, a little bit above that sort of range? I think it's around, I would say, to be safe, I haven't dynoed it, so I'm going to say about 350 to 400.
Okay, to be more realistic, of course, yeah, but that's how it is. Way too many people are expecting Supras to come with 1,000 horsepower to factory.
Oh, no, you have to build that, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly, it costs money, One big talking point, obviously, the auto box. Yeah. And obviously, as you've mentioned, you're going to be swapping it for a manual, and... so what's it like? What's the auto box like?
I like the auto box. I'm going to stay auto for a little while. As I said, the way I kind of think it through is I'll enjoy the car the way it is for a while. I just bought it about a year ago.
100%,
and then make the life of the car last longer. But the idea will eventually do R145 gearbox switch out as well, also with an ECU. So yeah. Endless opportunities once you do the manual conversion. Exactly,
100%. So another talking point which I wanted to touch over, the coilovers. What sort of coilovers are you sitting on?
They are D2 coilovers. I've got D2 brakes as well.
I've heard those are quite decent.
6 pots at the front, 4 pots at the back. No, she handles really nicely. The ride's perfect. I think it sits just right as well when you see it from outside.
Oh mate,
I think it's
definitely
just bang on. So
no, it's not too low, but at the same time, it's not really going to fit your whole shoe between the wheel arch, and it is a perfect amount. You know, so that's that covered. Let's talk a little bit about the exhaust system and the breathing stuff. Like what are we looking at?
The exhaust is actually a Whiffbits exhaust. Looking to change that out. That'll be part of the next upgrade that I do. It's quite a quiet exhaust. I would like something with a bit more noise to it.
There's a lot of induction noise and not as much exhaust noise.
Correct, yeah. You can definitely hear the turbos whining a lot.
Yeah, that's what I like, yeah.
the exhaust needs to kind of match that, I think. So that will be next up. Induction is just an air filter at the moment. So
yeah, interesting. So so let's have a look at the alloys, because I gotta say I love those. I think those look brilliant. So what are they?
They are XXR. I believe they're 554, but I have had a couple sets, so I might be getting the wrong numbers there. But they're 18-inch. They
remind me of the Cosmos. That's what they remind me of.
They look quite similar to the Cosmos. Yeah, my friend has those. They're a bit more expensive than what I've got. But,
and they're brilliant. I love the look of them.
No, they suit the car perfectly, I think.
100%. Okay, brilliant. So obviously, in terms of the little carbon fibre accents, and I love that. I think, as you mentioned earlier, I think this looks brilliant. This really suits the interior. Little carbon fibre around the whole dash bit, the whole cockpit look. I mean, that's an iconic Supra thing.
Yeah, no, I've just had this whole cockpit redone. So the dials are all stainless steel dials. I've had the whole cockpit redone, carbon skinned.
Oh yes.
I redid the HVAC, so I've had all the new dials put in here, put new LED lights behind it, so that all kind of lights up and all matches. Then went for the carbon fibre dials over here, so we've got the exit temp, oil pressure and oil temperature gauges all up on the dash as well. So no, it finishes it off perfectly,
mate. I think the interior is done. It's spot on. There's literally nothing you have to touch on the interior.
I want to do some suede maybe in here, like add a kind
of
like
Alcantara sort of bits. Yeah, I'd say, I suppose, but it's not really necessary. I kind of do like the 90s like leather-esque Japanese thing. I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's tacky, it's not as this and that. Do you know what? I think it really adds to the character.
No, it does.
So steering wheel as well, absolutely love that. That's a nice little touch. And as I mentioned before to Chris, that this is actually very similar to the steering wheel that I used to have in a Mark III MR2 Roadster. So
yeah, I think this is actually off of a Celica. TID one.
Yeah, the Mark 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it restitched, so it's all kind of fresh for the car as well.
Yeah, I like it. I like the little yellow strip go with the paint. And speaking of the paint, when has this been repainted? Because obviously you mentioned it used to be black from factory.
Correct, yeah. So I bought the car pretty much painted. It had just been finished. I bought the car about a year ago, and I think it had just been done 6 months beforehand, so it's still quite fresh. Fresh
new paint,
You can see.
Mate, it looks spotless. There's literally not... Even look at the front, there isn't really many stone chips or anything like that.
A couple.
Like.
But
but the thing is,
major.
it's a driven car, and that's what I like. It is a driven car. It's nothing that you're just going to park in the garage and look at. Okay, another interesting point, which I just thought about: the coil pack and spark plugs. What is that? The stock or?
They're stuck, yeah.
Okay, all right. So they're going to handle. Do you reckon they're going to handle it?
They should do, yeah. The only thing which I did change was the coil pack clips. They're essential to change when you buy a Supra. I think they had just been done when I bought it, but just to be on the safe side, I redid that anyway. But no, as far as I'm aware, the stock coil pack should be fine with it.
All right, guys. So once again, for everyone interested in all this talk, specs and everything, I'm going to put a little spec sheet in the description down below. So just go down below in the description, check it out for everyone interested, and yeah, I think that is roughly everything we wanted to talk about. Alright guys, we're on the road in the Supra, mate. I'm excited. I'm excited once we get out of this little country lane to boot it, see what she's like. Pretty stiff the suspension. We're just bouncing over everything. Oh, there we go. Mate, that pulse. That auto box is good.
Yeah.
I do genuinely, it's so smooth. It's so seamless. We're going much faster than you think we're going. Like, again, it was fast, and the initial push, the torque, you felt it. But at the same time, after we got going, the auto box is so smooth, you feel like you're going 50 miles an hour. You look at the speed though, and we're going 70 miles an hour. We're going some legal speeds, don't worry, we're in Mexico right now. Oh, it sounds so good. Okay, I've got to say, there's not as much exhaust sound as you mentioned. You're going to be working on that, but the intake sounds absolutely brilliant. We're sucking the air in with the turbo spooling up, and hear the dump noise, everything. Oh, I love the dump noise. There's just a whole lot of edge. It sounds so bloody good. There we go. It does spin you back, It does have torque. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, it is going, Whew, it's so smooth. I cannot believe that 2J is so smooth. Let's see what she handles like now. It tucks in really well. Semi-slicks working with the suspension. Mate, that was so seamless. It just tucked in. There we go. Oh, it sounds so bloody. Once she gets screaming, once the gearbox kicks down and she starts screaming, that's where it all begins. Oh, it sounds bloody brilliant. Once it kicks down the gear and it opens up and you can hear the 2J working, all the 6 cylinders, they just sound, it's like a harmony. Now, Chris has just mentioned that I will be able to have a little go with a Supra, which, mate, honestly, I'm honoured. I am honoured. Wow, this is low. Wow, this is proper low. Guys, I am behind the wheel of a Supra. Mate, I'd never think this would happen, and it is happening, and it is a special, special moment. We're about to give us some, alright? Oh, it bloody goes. Mate, this is so smooth. Wow. I'm so taken back by how smooth this is.
That's very smooth.
Mate, insanely smooth. Wow. Honestly, I just put my foot down and we're bloody going. And it's so smooth. I never drove anything quite as smooth as this. This is absolute, it's just out of this world, mate. Honestly, out of this world. And I look at the speeder and we're going at this speed and it does not feel like we're going at this speed. And once again, it does not feel like we're going this fast. But I look at the speedo, put my foot down, and I mush it down. It's just going, it's just going, it's just climbing and climbing.
Keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. You gotta wait for that second, like,
I know.
the gear to drop.
Well, I'm short shifting this. You know, it's a bit of a scary time right now. Driving this for the first time ever, never think this would happen, and it is happening. And wow, what a bloody experience, man! I gotta say.
Good. I'm glad you like a Supra.
Mate, I absolutely loved it. I want a Supra myself now. Someone please, guys, if you're watching the channel, please don't forget to donate 50 grand so I can buy myself a Supra. This is an out of the world experience, mate. Honestly, wow, I'm not gonna lie. This is an absolute. It's just so exciting. And it's just hooking in and it's just going and.
She handles very well.
Wow, it does. You're absolutely right. It sits on the road and it doesn't move about in the corners. It doesn't shift. You do feel the weight a little bit behind the wheel behind you. Don't get me wrong. You do feel the weight a little bit, but it's nothing. It's not a boat. You don't feel like you're driving a 2-ton truck. You know, it feels relative to its size, I would say. Wow, the turbo dump. You accelerate. Oh, it's so addictive. That is so mate, it's so addictive.
It's addictive and eats your wallet away.
It does, mate. Mate, if I had £30,000 in my bank right now, I'd be out for a Supra, not gonna lie, because it's just out of this world experience, I have to say. This is so different to anything I've ever driven before. The auto box is so smooth, as we've seen throughout the whole drive, but driving, being sat behind the wheel, I have to say that the auto box is so smooth. It kicks down whenever you want to. Put my foot down. There you go. We're going, and you know, the gear change isn't lazy. It's not laggy. You know, whatever you ask for it to do, it does it.
No, she's awesome.
100%.
I can't say much more than that.
100%. The steering as well. You feel it. You know, there's tiny little bit of a roll, but it is a bit of a heavier car. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not an MX-5.
Yeah.
Exactly. Drop a gear, and we're flying, and we're going. Oh, mate. And do you know what? The gearbox is smooth, but it's also aggressive in a way of it gives you exactly what you need. It doesn't lazily shift the gears, if you know what I mean.
She changes
it's a
quite
quick
sharply,
gearbox, yeah. Like it lurches you a little bit, you know. It's a quick gearbox, I would say, which is quite unexpected from 26-year-old Japanese gearbox. Wow, I'm blown away. And guys, if you've got more Supras, let me know. We'll get them on the channel, mate. Yeah. Any Supra, any power, any spec, let them know, you know. The car has a respect for itself, and it's like the car knows what it is, and the car knows what it has to do and what it is doing, what it's capable of, and what you're asking it to do, and it delivers. And it doesn't give you a run for your money in a sense that, you know, it's going to try and kill you, unless obviously you have a 1,000 horsepower Supra, which we all know, and that's with every other car, you know. If you have any car with 1,000 horsepower, you put your foot down, the back end's going to start sneaking up the road, and that's just how it is.
There you go.
There you go, a little bit of a road opens up. And it's going, man. It's going. Whoa. Look, traction control kicked in there a little bit. It's a little bit of a wet road, you know. Cheers, mate.
Take it easy, buddy.
Cheers, guys. See, everyone loves it. Alright, guys, thank you for watching the video. Thank you very much, Chris, for bringing the Supra out today. What a proper class day that was, mate.
Thank you very much for coming out.
I really enjoyed it, and it's just such a new and fun experience to get to drive the Supra. So thank you very much for that. Absolute legend.
Cheers, buddy.
Go and follow Chris on Instagram, right here on the screen between us. Go and drop him a follow. Say thank you for bringing the Supra out, because, mate, it's such a brilliant day. And Chris might even be starting his own Supra YouTube channel, right? So we're definitely going to do some collabs and fun stuff like that. So once again, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't go down below, subscribe to the channel, help us get to over 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, because that'll be a massive goal for me and a massive target, and I really appreciate that. And we've got loads more exciting stuff, some really fun content coming in until the end of the year, essentially, you know, maybe even 2 or 3 videos a week. So it's going to be exciting stuff. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's some good stuff coming. So thank you very much for watching. Once again, guys, thanks to Chris once again, and happy Halloween, and hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.